Finding myself again, especially after a breakup, use that feeling of being lost to empower yourself. In my last video, I talked about using affirmations to rewire yourself from putting yourself down into lifting yourself up. To go along with your affirmation, today I'm going to show you how to create a sigil. In its literal sense, the definition of a sigil is a symbol. The use of a sigil is largely associated with those who want to apply it in a magical sense. A side tangent, this will have to be its own video, but when it comes to power, there is nothing that is stronger than positive energy, pure goodness, which is what is fueling all of us when we enter this earth. And it is our divine right to use that power for ourselves, not to overpower anyone else, to create our own world and our own life experience. It's very likely to have strayed away from this positive energy, and now it's time to connect back to it. We can use natural resources that we find on the earth, or also use things that we can create. Naturally, every person is a creator. With all that said, let's get into creating a sigil to be a visual representation to go along with our affirmations. Using it as a resource to connect back to your source, remembering who you are, finding yourself again. There's no rules for creating the sigil. Again, this is all about your power, so it is whatever the fuck you want and need. In my example though, I will be utilizing the Lo Shu Square along with an alphanumeric grid that is numbered 1 through 9 and using the English alphabet. The Lo Shu Square incorporates Chinese math and numerology. The arrangements of these numbers is constructed where the even numbers are on the outer corners, and then the odd numbers take up the remaining cross within. No matter what direction you go, whether you go horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, the numbers will add up to 15. 5 is in the center, which means the numbers that are on each side of it equal 10. And this is the alphanumeric grid. We've got 1 through 9. 1 through 9 is also on the Lo Shu Square. And then the alphabet is in order with the corresponding number. From my last video, I threw out the affirmation example of, I am beautiful on the outside just as I am within. So first we will write that down, and then we will cross out all of the vowels. Then from the remaining consonants, we will cross out any repeats. For example, so far I have M, B, T, F, N, and now I'm getting to a second T, so I'm crossing out that second T. After the vowels and the repeating consonants are crossed out, we're left with M, B, T, F, L, N, H, S, D, J, W. Now we will incorporate the Lo Shu Square. Again, there are no rules for this. You can freehand, you can etch it into a candle, you can paint it on your wall. I like to get a little bit technical with measurements, so I'm going to draw mine out. I realize this is looking insane because I'm just making this for video, but anywho, so we've got the Lo Shu Square drawn out here, and then I matched up the remaining numbers with that grid. So our numbers are 422, 635, 81415. The beginning point of the sigil is going to be a circle, and the end point of the sigil is going to be a dash. So starting with 4, I'm going to place it here in the square. And I know the next 2 points are going to be in the 2 square, so I'll put here, and then connect the dots. Go over this with a Sharpie when all is said and done. And then continue, and our next points are going to be 6, 3, and 5. So I'll do here, here, and here. I will continue the rest of the numbers, 8, 1, 4, 1, 5. And my 5, I ended with a dash. I'll go over this with a Sharpie. This is my sigil when all is said and done, not including the grid lines in the background. When doing this process, take your time and have fun with it. I jacked this up so bad because I was just trying to put something together for the video, but this will be your sigil. Now, other people will say you have to take this and burn this to let it go. Again, you can do whatever you want. This is yours to play with to go along with your affirmation. And it doesn't have to be that long. It could be just a couple words. You can apply a sigil to anything. You can use it while you listen to your affirmations. You can put it under your pillow and sleep on it. There's some people who owe to it. Again, your power. You do you, boo-boo. Do this just to start creating something and get the creativity juices flowing. Whether or not you do end up finding it useful is your own journey, but I hope that you enjoyed this exercise.